Hello, my name is Gale, and today on Family Favorites, I'm going to share with you something that we love at Thanksgiving and Christmas, and it's called cheese ball. It isn't a holiday if you don't have a cheese ball in our house. Now, it's very difficult for me to find the exact kind of cheese that I need, and I'm very lucky that I did find it this time. It requires 3 jars of Roca blue cheese. So I opened the lids and I'm going to put them into a bowl. It isn't easy because although it's spreadable, it's awkward to mix. They need to be kept in the refrigerator until a few hours before you use them. And then of course you've got some handy dandy orange juice glasses later. Now Kraft does make other flavors. And if you prefer country English spread or cheddar, you could do that. But in our house, it isn't a cheese ball if it isn't Roca blue. There it comes out. Now, of course, you can't really stir it, but it does help if you can mash it down. So that's the base of this. The nice thing about cheese ball is you don't have to cook anything. Then the next ingredient is half a package of Philly cream cheese, or whatever cream cheese you prefer. And we want to blend that in too. Now that doesn't want to cooperate so well. You can't stir this mixture, obviously, so it's more a matter of folding it in. Now I like to add a tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce. Worcestershire sauce does 3 things for your recipe. One is it gives it a little zing in the taste department. Secondly, it adds some moisture to make it a little easier to blend slowly, folding in. And thirdly, it gives a little color to the cheese ball, so it isn't just off-white. This is definitely messy, but it's worth it in the end. Now, to add another flavor, you can use a packet of instant soup dip mix. That's so you get more flavors and of course little bits of onion. Or what I'm using today, a vegetable dip. So there's a little bit of texture. It isn't just solid liquid, as it were. There, that's going in pretty well. So there's little bits of something inside. Gives it extra texture. Okay, so that's pretty much it for the mixing part. Now, cheese ball, however, needs time to marinate, if you like that word, in the refrigerator. It needs a minimum of 3 hours, but it's better if you can leave it overnight. So I'm going to put this in the refrigerator. But don't worry, you don't have to spend the night here to see it finished. While we're waiting for the cheese ball to finish marinating, I'm going to show you how we decorate a pumpkin pie. Now this is a store-bought pie. I didn't make it, and I take no credit for that. But we have a special way of decorating it with whipped cream. So I'm going to make some whipped cream right now. It's important to get whipping cream, not just heavy cream. And for this small amount of pie, all I need is 1 cup of cream will be, a half a cup of cream will be enough. That is to say, wait a minute. 1 cup of cream will do. We don't need the entire container. Next, it's nice to put in a little sugar. A teaspoon of sugar is usually enough. If, however, you want to be very Vermontish, you can use some maple flavoring instead of sugar. Just a little bit. And now we'll blend it. And don't worry, you don't have to wait for the whole thing to be done. We'll speed it up for you. Now for the taste test. Ah, delicious. Okay. One thing that we like to finish the topping with is toasted coconut. So I'm going to put some coconut in the oven to toast. Don't need that much. This is 1/4 cup. A generous 1/4 cup. Take that out. You want it nice and flat so that each flake will be lightly brown in a 325-degree oven. And we'll give it probably 10 minutes. Right? Okay. Now we're going to put the whipped cream on. Oh, we only go around as if it were a donut. We leave the center as it is. It's a lot of work to make the pumpkin pie if you made it from scratch. So you want to show a little bit of it off at the tip of each piece. There. You don't need a very big hole in the middle. But we certainly want to have a nice, attractive bed for our toasted coconut. Okay. Now I like to feather it and make little swirls. You can put any kind of design you want, or you can leave it just a perfect circle if you wish. There. Now all we need to do is top it with toasted coconut. Okay, I think our coconut is all done. Oh, look at that. Lovely, luscious. Now, we're just going to sprinkle it very tastefully wherever there's whipped cream. It looks so pretty. Fall colors. See how appetizing that looks with the coconut? That's always one of our favorite desserts. Okay, now let's check on our cheese ball. But these have actually been overnight. The decanting procedure is, frankly, awkward. I think the knife would do a better job if I rinsed it in cold water. A cheese ball, of course, would roll if it were solid, round, but we want it to look like half of a globe. Oh, there it is. There's the cheese ball in the correct shape. Now we're going to make the topping. The topping is crushed walnuts. Now it's very expensive to buy totally crushed walnuts, so I'm going to get I got some partially crushed walnuts. Because when you touch it, you don't want to get the cheese all sticky on your fingers. And I use the double bag method. With a little gentle persuasion. By putting them in bags, it reduces the chance of them flying all over the place. Rolling pins are so handy. One more turn. Very good. And we also use parsley flakes. So I'm going to sprinkle some parsley flakes over it. Gives it some color. All right. Now I use a bowl of the same size. Here we go. This is the fun part. We want it flat to go on whatever it's going to be served. Now, the final decantation. Look at that. Of course, not everything is going to stick or cling. But you can store it in the refrigerator for many days in advance, and then you'll just cut out little wedges to put on your favorite crackers. Now I made enough. The recipe that I made was enough to fill a little bit more than that. So I also have a small one. So I thought, let's do it again. If you make of this recipe and you want to make two smaller bowls, or use two smaller bowls, it's fine because you will have one cheese ball for Thanksgiving and then one ready for Christmas because it stays very well in the refrigerator, or you could even freeze it for a couple of weeks. I'm sure you have enough to do at Christmas without having to make a cheese ball. Put that on your list. So let's decant this. I think we need some more cold water. You know, this is for the big table, and this could be for the punk table. Okay, let's get out some more parsley. I don't know if the punkies will eat parsley or not. Sometimes it's hard to get kids to eat anything green, grown-ups too, but if they want to get to the cheese part, they're going to have to do something desperate and maybe even eat parsley. Now, I think I'm going to use this instead. Okay. See what we've got. Well, it looks like a tower, a green tower with some chopped walnuts on it. But nobody minds a few extra walnuts. So these babies need to be in the refrigerator, you know, certainly a couple days in advance, so they set up nicely. So then you can serve it on your hors d'oeuvre table. And with a nice, this is not one, a cheese cutting knife of some sort, and your favorite crackers, maybe a selection of them. So this is family favorites from my household that we all love and enjoy at special holidays. Cheese ball for the main table and for the punk table. I hope you enjoyed watching this presentation, and please do try this recipe. We will include the ingredients at the end of this program. I wish you all a very happy family time at Thanksgiving and hopefully Christmas too. Goodbye.